You smell that? Good old fresh smell of the farm. Anyways, you guys remember the 1980s farm we did? I know the farm got flooded and we had to move states. Well, this is where we ended up now. I'm going to give you guys a quick little tour. As you guys know, our Ford F100, 1972 Ford F100 we had, unfortunately got submerged in water through the flood, so we bought us I'd say the year's like an 83, 84 Ford. The Ford dealership, they didn't have any 1990s Ford, so yeah. This is the 1990s roleplay. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you a quick equipment setup. We have 2 grain bins right here. We have in here I have the disc, also aka the plow, and I have the little John Deere planter in here. In here I have the John Deere 9610, I believe. It's the, we got duals on it, and in here's the 608C corn head. I believe the corn head is a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 7 row, I think. And then down here it's your standard wheat header. One thing we actually do, we own this field right here, but we'll get to harvesting later. Right now I just need to give y'all a quick little tour. So yeah, I'm gonna run down here to this shed. We have a little small cattle barn. We don't own any cows as of the moment. Oh, deer. What is that, a white-tailed deer? I think that's a white-tailed deer, I think. Anyways, in here we got the 4040. We was able to save that. The 886, we was able to save that. We bought us an 8410. We put duals on it. Over here's our hay equipment. We got a New Holland hay bind, disc bind, whatever you want to call it. A New Holland baler, a Coon rake, and a Case 8910 with small little thin row crop duals, I believe they are. So yeah, obviously we got we got some harvesting to do, so I guess that tells you something. It's time to get in here and crank up the 9610. So yeah, fired this baby up. Am I good? Yep, I look good. I'm good on this side. Okay, good. Need to get this thing lined up just right. Just need to turn back a little bit. Get this thing just a little bit more straightened up. That's about the straightest we can get. And we need to hop out. I'm just gonna see if we're lined up right. Hopping out, see if we're lined up right. And yeah, I will see y'all when we have this thing attached and hooked up and stuff. And yeah, I don't know what's planted in here, it's just coming out. Okay, looks like 2 little oat seeds every so and so. Not sure the exact measurement on that or whatever, but yeah, that looks like decent. And just by looking at this, I'm gonna give it the good old taste test. Wow, that tastes better than weed actually. But yeah, we gotta get back to harvest, so yeah, we should definitely be getting back to harvest before it's too late. So guys, we are back harvesting again. I feel like what I'm going to do is either do a headland or I'm going to go just do one pass down here and then one pass back up. Well, that's what I'll probably do, is one pass down here, one pass back up, because this is a huge upgrade. Back in Wisconsin we had, fields like those over there, but down here where we're at now, I believe we are in central, maybe like eastern, western. I'm pretty sure we're central Iowa right now. So yeah. I know we didn't really have to move states. We could have just moved towns, but Westby and like a few other counties were completely submerged in this. And Wisconsin isn't the biggest state, so we pretty much had no choice. Plus, it would be weeks, they said, before, the right medical treatment would be there. Luckily, I wasn't hurt. I was upstairs in my bed asleep, which I'm glad my bed was upstairs, because if it wasn't, then I would have probably drowned. So I'm glad the flood wasn't too big, but I'm still glad I was upstairs. But yeah, I'm gonna harvest this little row here, and I guess I'll catch y'all when I am pretty much almost done or almost full. So guys, I said I wouldn't do a headland, but I'm not really doing a headland. I'm just kind of, cutting it. Make sure we don't hit those Brent grain wagons. We bought 2 Brent grain wagons. We have them both hooked up. One thing I forgot to tell y'all about the semi. We don't have the semi or the trailer anymore. If you remember, whenever the farm flooded, the truck went underwater just a tad bit. I'm surprised the glass on it didn't break, but it went underwater a little bit. About a little over halfway. It was probably like 20 minutes out from the new farm we just bought. As you can see, the truck broke down. The guy said it was the engine and stuff was severely damaged, and it'd be very expensive. I know I had a little over $100,000, but I mean, that's how much I had in total. That's not how much money I had on me. I'd have to take money out of the bank, which Westby, Wisconsin, it didn't have a bank. If you wanted to take money out, you had to drive to the next county, which it's only like 10 minutes away, but it's still a good little drive. So yeah, I just couldn't afford it. So I'm just gonna get this little cut down here, and I guess I'll see y'all. Looks like we are 55% full on oats, I believe. So looky there, we have a small little pond. I haven't really been exploring the new farm that much. I've just kind of been messing around and getting our equipment moved in. Pretty much all of our equipment's brand new except the stuff we brought over from the 80s. But the augers, they're 1980s augers, I think. There's no equipment dealership that had an auger, so I just kind of had to stick with what I got, but stick with what I could find. So yeah, I will catch y'all when I am back up there and done with this small little pass on this side. So guys, we're 78% full. Okay, looks like the oats are past the where we can see. Luckily, the combine beeps right before it just beeped. At 50% it beeps, and then like 60-70% it beeps again just to tell us we're almost there. 80% it beeps, and then obviously 100% it beeps like 2 or 3 times to tell us that it's time. So yeah, I'm probably going to end this video here. probably in the next video, we'll probably be finishing up harvesting and, you know, doing a few things. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. What I'm gonna actually see if I can do, turn the header off, pull the key on the combine. What I'm gonna see if I can do is all those oats and grass up there, I'm gonna see if I can try and rent that out, because that farmer actually has a bunch of renting land. I talked to him if I could rent it out. He said, hey, if you got the money to rent it out, I'm willing to give you that land for like 2 or 3 months. And I said, 2 or 3 months? I said, I don't even need it that long. Give me like 3 or 4 weeks. I'll rent it out in like 3 or 4 weeks. I told him I don't really necessarily want, you know, the oats that much. I just kind of want to cut it for grass because we're going to be preparing for cattle. But I said, is there any way I could just lease? I told him, is there any way I could just lease, you know, the grass in between? He said, unfortunately, the land is all, you know, one big old thing. So I'd have to lease the fields too. He said he doesn't care for the oats. I said I didn't care for the oats, but we'll probably have to harvest them, cause it came with the land. I'm pretty sure that guy over there actually owns these 2 fields up here. So maybe in the future I'll ask him if I can rent these 2 fields out. This farmer, that farmer over there, the reason he puts his land up for rent so much is because he has a freestall right over there. He makes so much money off dairy and beef and stuff that he pretty much just puts his land up for lease and, you know. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go inside, get me a sandwich, get me a thing of water, and yeah, I guess I will catch y'all in the next one.